Imagine opening an envelope that holds like the absolute best and worst news of your life, right side by side. On July 7th, the Ichikawa City Zoo handed the public exactly that kind of envelope in a single update.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating look at how modern zoos communicate now.
Right. They don't just hide the hard stuff anymore.
Exactly. They don't just, sweep it under the rug. So today we're doing a deep dive into this deeply emotional announcement about their Japanese macaques. And we'll look at the incredibly raw public reaction online and how this fragile cycle of life turns a whole community into massive fans of one very special survivor.
I am so ready for this. Let's open that envelope. What did the zoo actually announce to cause such a crazy stir?
Well, the update started with pure celebration. A brand new baby Japanese macaque had just been born at Monkey Mountain.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is. But in the very same post, the zoo revealed that another baby one born just a few days prior on June 28th had tragically passed away.
Wait, so they announced a birth and a death in the exact same breath?
Yeah.
That is so intense.
It really is. The source material mentions the staff moved the sick baby to the backyard for care, but, well, unfortunately it just wasn't enough.
Right, the backyard. What does that actually look like? Are we talking about, like, monkey ICUs?
Essentially, yes. When a macaque infant struggles, and this is often due to a sudden drop in body temperature, or maybe a failure to nurse properly.
Oh, wow.
Or even maternal rejection, the keepers have to pull them from the troop. So this means round-the-clock intensive care.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
We're talking incubators, syringe feeding, specialized formula every few hours.
Yeah.
And just constant monitoring.
Which obviously makes the loss even more devastating when it doesn't work out.
Exactly.
You can see that heavily reflected in the comments on X, actually. People weren't just sad about the baby crossing the Rainbow Bridge.
Right, yeah.
They were actively mourning for the mother monkey and, thanking the keepers for all their sleepless nights.
And the timing of the announcement really amplified that empathy. July 7th in Japan is Tanabata.
Oh, the Star Festival.
Yes, the Star Festival, where you traditionally write wishes on paper strips and hang them on bamboo.
I actually noticed that in the comments. Users were digitally making their Tanabata wishes for the newly born baby to grow up strong.
It's a really beautiful psychological pivot.
It is. They took the heavy grief of the lost baby and just channeled it into communal hope for the new one.
Yeah, and it highlights a major shift in how we view wildlife. We usually see a monkey at a zoo and assume, well, survival is just the default.
Right, you just expect them to be okay.
But when a zoo is this transparent about infant mortality, it forces the public to realize that survival isn't a given at all. I mean, for a macaque, making it to adulthood requires a really complex web of ideal weather, perfect maternal instincts, and sometimes just desperate human intervention.
And seeing that reality that just making it past infancy is a massive hurdle, it makes perfect sense of the other major trend in these comments.
You mean the Punch-kun fan club?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it completely explains why this community rallies so hard around a macaque named Punch-kun. I am officially his biggest fan now.
Punch-kun is the perfect counterweight to this tragedy.
He really is.
For those who don't know the lore, he is a young macaque at the zoo who previously faced severe, life-threatening hurdles of his own.
Like serious odds against him.
Right. He survived against terrible odds requiring immense human care and, honestly, his own sheer resilience.
Okay, knowing how delicate these infants are, Punch-kun surviving makes him an absolute rock star. Reading through the sources, people are praising his strong luck and just his incredible strength of body and mind.
You and the rest of the internet are obsessed. They even use a hashtag that translates to, "You're doing great, Punch."
I love that. You're doing great, Punch.
Every time he's seen thriving on Monkey Mountain, the community views it as a victory against the harsh statistics of nature. He is literally referred to as a miracle child.
Miracle Child is absolutely right. I mean, this whole deep dive started as a look at a single zoo update, but it completely changes how you view these animals.
It really does. It's a stark reminder of the delicate balance of life and, the hidden dedication of the caretakers.
Yes, and the legendary resilience of survivors like Punch.
It makes you wonder about the broader picture of how we interact with nature as a whole.
It really does. So, I'll leave you with this. The next time you see a magnificent adult animal thriving in a zoo, or even on a nature documentary, just pause for a second. Are you taking their existence for granted? We see the final thriving result, but we completely forget the unseen miracles, the potential heartbreak, and the immense human effort it took just to get them there. Keep that in mind.